Bonnie Joyce Morrison, Ms. Clapper, Ms.
Yes,
Rendon, good
sir.
morning.
Good morning.
Good
And you
Can
morning,
may,
you hear
Your
me
Honor.
today?
ma'am,
What, Ms. Tupper?
Can you hear me today?
we can hear
Yes,
you loud and clear.
Thank you.
All
ma'am.
right, and you may proceed.
Well, Your Honor, this is an airship prove up, so I have two witnesses and then, of course, my applicant. So the first person I want to call is Mr. Thibodeau. Mr. Thibodeau, can you hear us okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Can you state your full name for the record?
Aaron Joseph Thibodeau.
Okay, and you were well acquainted with Bonnie Joyce Morrison, who's the decedent, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you can testify as to her family history here in court today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Decedent was married twice in her lifetime, and those marriages ended in divorce, correct?
Correct.
And she was not married at her time of death, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, she did have two children, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And are those children Gerald, Jerry, Joseph Como, and Lisa Sinegan?
Yes, ma'am. Senegan.
Sinegan, I'm sorry. And are those the only children that you're aware of that she had during her lifetime?
Yes, ma'am.
You never heard her speak of any other children or the siblings speak of any other children?
No, ma'am. Just Lisa and Jerry.
Okay. And to your knowledge, you're not disqualified from testifying today. Is that correct?
Correct.
You're not a convicted felon,
No, ma'am.
and you don't have a financial interest in this estate. Is that correct?
Correct.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Thibodeau. How are you?
Good. Cold.
Now, you're cold?
Yeah, I'm in Utah right now.
Oh, we wish we were in Utah right now. I promise.
Yeah.
It is hot and muggy. Remember when we spoke on the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good. And you said that you'd known her about 7 or 8 years before her death, and you had personal knowledge that she was married twice, correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
That all of her children were born during the first marriage to Mr. Como,
Correct.
and that in the second marriage it ended in divorce, but she had no children.
Correct.
All right. And she didn't take any other child into her house, to your knowledge, to raise, as the estate code requires us to ask you.
Correct. Not to my knowledge. No, ma'am.
All right. And so you have already told the court that the two heirs of Miss Morrison is Gerald Joseph Como, Lisa Marie Como Sinegan, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And nobody's promised you anything to testify today in order to determine the heirs of Miss Morrison, have they?
No, ma'am.
Thank you so much for volunteering and assisting us in this matter.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all, Judge.
Thank you. Call your next witness, go.
Ms. Glass, can you please unmute yourself? If you hit the screen, you should have options that pop up to unmute, Ms. Glass.
It'd be something that looks like a microphone.
Okay, I got it.
You got it.
Perfect. Thank you. Could you state your full name for the record, please?
Lisa Galcerin Glass.
And you were well acquainted with Miss Morrison, is that correct?
Correct.
In fact, y'all worked together for about 45 years.
We were friends for that long.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I phrased that wrong, didn't I? Friends and work together. So was decedent married at her time of death?
No.
Okay. In fact, she'd been married twice, and both marriages ended in divorce, correct?
Correct.
And she did have two children.
Correct.
And the names of those children is Gerald, Jerry, Joseph Como, and Lisa Sinegan. I've already forgot how to say it.
Yes.
Okay. And are those the only children that you're aware of that decedent had in her lifetime?
Yes.
And you never heard of her speaking of any other children?
No.
Did she welcome any children into her home that could potentially claim adoption by estoppel?
No.
Okay. Did she ever mention making a will to you?
No.
Okay. And you're not disqualified from testifying today, correct?
Correct.
And have you ever been convicted of a felony or crime of moral turpitude?
No.
Do you have a financial interest in the estate?
No.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Clapper.
Yes, sir. Lisa, it's nice to talk to you again. How are you today?
Just fine.
All right. You had her for over 45 years as a friend. That's a wonderful knowledge of someone.
Yes, ma'am.
And she was born in Beaumont and then lived in Winnie, Chambers County most of her life, correct?
Yes,
All right. And she was not married at the time of her death, correct?
correct.
But the two times during her lifetime that she did marry, she was blessed with Jules Gerald Como, who's the applicant today. And is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Gerald Joseph Como and Lisa Marie Como Swiningen as the two children.
Yes.
Did I
I don't know how you
mess
say
that
Lisa's
one up?
name.
Okay,
It's
good.
Finnegan.
Okay,
Finnegan.
thank you so much, Mr. Thibodeau.
Yes, sir.
All right, now you do not stand to gain anything other than helping a friend of yours have her estate handled properly by those that she loves, correct?
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
So and everything you said is true and correct, and
Yes,
we can rely upon it. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
That's all.
I proceed with administration, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and approve the judgment declaring heirship. I
Okay.
see you both signed off on it. Y'all agreed to a fee for that item, Ms. Clapper?
Yes, I have an order presented to you for $500.
And we're agreeable
Okay.
to that.
All right, it's got a blank, so I'm gonna fill in the 500.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, now you may proceed.
I'd like to call Mr. Como, please.
Mr. Como, you're muted.
Okay, can you
And-
state your full name for the record, please?
Gerald Joseph Como.
Okay, and you are one of the surviving children of Miss Bonnie Morrison, correct?
Correct.
Okay, did Miss Morrison die on November 10th, 2023 at the age of 72?
Yes.
I'm so sorry for your loss. And was her date of death less than 4 years ago?
Yes.
And she was a resident of Chambers County at her time of passing?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, did Miss Morrison have a will?
No.
You never saw one, and she didn't tell you about drafting one, correct?
Correct.
And she was not married at the time of her passing, correct?
Correct.
And there's only 2 children born to the decedent. That's you and your sister, Lisa Finnegan, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and she didn't have any other children?
No.
Okay, now we're here today because there is a necessity for an administration. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to appoint you as independent administrator?
Yes.
And you're qualified to do and serve as such. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, we're requesting that bond requirement be waived, the state's non-taxable, and appraisal be waived as well.
Testimony.
So that's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, hereby grant independent administration authorized letters. Counselor,
May we be excused?
maybe.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
Thank you.
You
You have a
too.
good day. Thank you, witnesses.
We can go.
You can go.
Okay, thank you.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
You
I
come
told
here
you.
if you get too cold.
All right, I'll be there shortly. Trying to find the closing. Sorry.
All right, cause number 27, the state of Lily Moselle Jamerson. Mr. Pickett, you on? I don't see Mr. Pickett. All right, let's skip down to 39, cause number 39, state of Milton Bowen Shaw. Mr. Wilson's on.
I'm here on that one, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed.
Justin, you on there?
I'm on, yes.
All right, so Your Honor, we're here for the application of probate of will and for letters testamentary for the estate of Milton Bowen Shaw. I have Justin Shaw here. Please state your name for the record.
Justin Bowen Shaw.
All right. Did
Mr.
Milton
Shaw,
Bowen
did we swear Mr. Shaw in? Have you been sworn in, Mr. Shaw?
I couldn't hear you, sweet.
Have you
Sorry.
been sworn in? Did we swear you in?
I don't think so.
Okay, raise your right hand, please.
You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God.
I do, yes.
All right, Counselor, you may proceed.
All right, Justin, did Milton Bowen Shaw, your father, die on September 13th, 2023 in Anahuac, Texas at the age of 71?
Correct.
Was he at least 18 years of age and of sound mind at the time of the execution of his will?
Yes,
Was the will executed with the formalities and solemnities and under the circumstances required by law to make a valid, self-proved will?
yes,
Have 4 years elapsed since the date of the decedent's death and the filing of the application of probate in this will?
no,
4 years elapsed? No, correct?
no,
Okay. Was he a resident and domiciled here in Chambers County, Texas?
yes,
Did he ever, to your knowledge, he didn't revoke his will, did he?
no,
And right now there is a necessity for the administration of his estate, correct?
yes,
And to your knowledge, no one has contested or objected to the probating of this will.
correct.
So after the execution of the will, your dad didn't go out and adopt children or decide to have any other children, did he?
No,
And was he divorced after the execution of this will?
he's been divorced, yes.
Well, he was divorced prior to, but he did not get remarried and divorced after he executed it, correct?
Correct.
And to your knowledge, there's no state governmental agency or charitable organization named as a devisee in the will.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah, he's not giving anything to the government as a gift or
No.
anything, correct? Okay. And he didn't receive any Medicaid benefits on or after March 5th, 2005?
No,
Okay. And are you, Justin Shaw, named in the will as the independent executor of this estate?
yes,
Are you disqualified from law? You're not a felon, correct?
that's correct. No felon.
No felon. All right. That's good to hear, Justin.
I'm being good.
And you've never been convicted of a crime of theft, fraud, or any type of moral turpitude?
No,
All right. And as of right now, is there any reason why you should not be appointed by this court to be the independent executor of the estate of Milton Bowen Shaw?
no,
So at this moment, do you request that this court admit the will into probate and issue you letters testamentary as the independent executor?
yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Go down. Thank you, Counselor.
Say again, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I said so down.
Okay.
Guys, have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
All right, cause number 41. State Adolfo Martin Montoya.
Morning.
Medina, good morning.
Your Honor, before we proceed, I just got a little housekeeping matter I just needed to bring to your attention. I got the two witnesses. It's just a proof up on a will, independent administration. And the witnesses signed the will, it's just that their signatures are in a different spot. So I just wanted to be upfront with you and see if you just want to just go through with this, just to prove up as is, or if you also wanted at least one of the witnesses to testify. I serve at your leisure, Your Honor, on that one.
You say you have one of the witnesses
Yeah, they're
on today?
they're on standby. They're ready to log on. If you should require their testimony, Your Honor.
I don't see that that's necessary. They've signed that. Let me look.
All right. Like I said, I just wanted to be upfront and candid with you, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed.
All right. Ma'am, if you could raise your right hand, and I know they've already sworn you in, but so ma'am, state your name and your address for his honor.
Wendy Montoya, 7106 Chickasaw Street, Baytown, Texas, 77521.
And that's here in Chambers County, right?
In Chambers County.
Okay. And we're here applying for the court to probate your husband's will, is that right?
Yes.
And what was your husband's name? Yeah, you can put your hand down. I'm sorry, ma'am. Yeah. And what was your husband's name?
Adolfo Martin Montoya.
Okay. And your husband passed away January 27 of 2022 here in Chambers County when he was 57 years old, right?
Yes,
Okay. And your husband also lived at the same address with you, correct?
yes,
Um, and did your husband sign a will on July 8th of 2021?
yes,
Okay. And Your Honor, we've already provided that to the court clerks, to the county clerk, so it's already in the court's file there.
Yeah, I have it in front of me.
Perfect. Now, Miss Wendy, was this will ever revoked or changed afterwards?
no,
Okay. And we're here because there's a necessity for administration of your husband's estate, right?
yes,
Okay. And were any children born to or adopted by your husband? Y'all have any children in the marriage?
two,
Okay. And what are their names?
Peyton and Connor.
Okay. And but other than them, y'all didn't have any other children? Didn't adopt any other children?
No.
Okay. And now, dumb question, but I gotta ask it. And you two didn't divorce after he made that will, right?
No,
Okay. Now, and the will named you as an independent executor, right?
yes,
Okay. And the will, you agree with me, the will doesn't require you to post a bond or any other type of security or collateral, right?
no,
Okay. And another set of dumb questions, but I gotta ask, and you're qualified to serve as the executor, right?
yes,
And you're not physically or mentally incapacitated, right?
no,
Okay, you're not a convicted felon,
no,
okay? And probably the most important qualification, you live here in Texas,
I
right?
do.
Okay, and you agree with me that the wills, your husband didn't leave anything to the state of Texas
No,
or like or any government agency
no,
or no charity, right?
none.
Okay, and there was witnesses to the will, right?
Yes,
And that was Lisa Clary and Amber Phillips, right?
right.
Okay, and they also signed the will, everybody in the same room together, right?
Yes,
Okay, and are you here with me asking Judge Sylvia to go ahead and admit the will into probate?
yes,
Okay, and do you want the court to appoint you as independent executor and to give you letters testamentary?
yes.
Okay, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, hereby admits will of probate and authorized letters. Thank you, Counselor.
All right, and we'll be excused, Your
Have a
Honor.
good day. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cause number 45, the state of Paul Martin Petkowski.
Dick Kozik, Your Honor, you close.
Oh, well, that's close enough. You knew who I was talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you
That's
may
my
say,
uncle.
cause,
That's my uncle, Your Honor. I got my aunt.
oh, okay. Well, sorry to hear about your uncle.
Yeah, thank you.
We need to swear in or,
She raised her hand. She was sitting
Okay.
here. I had her
Thank
right here with me. Okay, could you state your name for the record?
Mary Gail Petkowski.
Okay. Did Paul Martin Petkowski, the decedent, die on April 26, 2024 in Anahuac, Chambers County, Texas at the age of 73?
Yes,
Was the decedent at least 18 years of age and of sound mind at the time of the execution of the will?
yes,
Was the will executed with the formalities and solemnities and under the circumstances required by law to make a valid self-proved will?
yes,
Have 4 years elapsed since the date of the decedent's death and the filing of the application to probate this will?
No.
No. Was the decedent a resident of and have a domicile, a fixed place or residence here in Chambers County, Texas?
yes,
And to your knowledge, the decedent never revoked the will?
no,
And at this moment, a necessity for administration of this state does exist.
yes,
There hasn't been any contests or objections to the probate of this will?
no,
Were any children born or adopted by the decedent after the execution of this will?
no,
So, was decedent divorced after the execution of the will?
no,
Is any state, government agency, or charitable organization named as a devisee in the will?
no,
And did the decedent receive any Medicaid benefits on or after March 1st, 2005?
no,
Are you, Mary Gail Petkowski, named in the will as independent executor of the decedent's estate?
yes,
Are you disqualified by law from accepting letters testamentary?
no,
You're not a felon.
no,
You haven't been convicted of a crime of theft, fraud, or any type of moral turpitude?
No.
Just checking. Is there any reason why you should not be appointed by this court to be the independent executor of the estate of Paul Martin Petkovic?
No.
Do you request at this moment that this court admit the will into probate and issue you letters testamentary as independent executor?
Yes.
Got no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
All right, hereby admits the will of probate and grant letters to Miss Podkosik.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
Yep.
All right, I see we have Mr. LeCornion. You there, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I don't see your attorney. Have you talked to him?
I talked to him this morning.
Would you try to call him again?
All right, I will.
I mean, he's get on the Zoom, please.
All right.
We're unable to get to the phone at this time. Please leave a message and we'll call you back as soon as we can.
Please leave your message after the tone. Then hang up or press the pound key.
Hey, Logan, this is Damon. I'm on the meeting right now and we're waiting on you. Just letting you know. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, we'll give him a few minutes to respond.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is Damon LeCornier. Supposed to Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I got in touch with his office and they said he was tied up in court right now and she'll let him know that the meeting is going on, but they said he was in court.
So is she going to respond back to you?
Yes.
All right. So we'll give her a minute and just let us know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Pickett. Can you hear me?
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm in a tax docket in Liberty and
No, it's
well,
no judge. Step away for just a minute. So he'll be right back and then you guys can have the hearing.
thank you. Sorry, Damon.
No, you're fine.
I'm still not done here either. One of the taxing entities forgot their file, so I'll go back.
Is it LaCornu?
Yes, LaCorny, you got it right.
My apologies. Were you sworn in earlier
Yes, ma'am.
with the group at the beginning? Okay, just want to make sure. Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Pickett, glad you could join us.
Yes, sir. I apologize, Your Honor.
That's all right. I held you in contempt of court. They'll be picking you up shortly.
I'm in the Liberty County Courthouse.
All right, Mr. Laconia.
Yes, Your Honor.
There you are. All right, let's go on cause number 27, the state of Lily Moselle Jamerson, and we'd swear you in, sir.
Yes, Your
Do we
Honor.
swear you? All right, you may proceed, counsel.
Can you say your name, please, sir?
Damon LaCourne.
And Damon, we're here asking the judge to probate the will of Lily Moselle Jamerson as a muniment of title. Do you understand that?
Yes, yes, sir.
And who is that person to you?
My grandmother.
And she died on February the 13th of 2021 in Galveston County, Texas, at the age of 93 years. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So 4 years have not elapsed since the date of her death, correct?
Correct.
She was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in Chambers County, Texas at the date of her death.
Yes, sir.
That document we filed with the court consists of 5 pages that you and I have gone over many times. I'm showing you a copy here, and the judge has the original. That purports to be the last will and testament of your grandmother. And as far as you know, that document was not revoked. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And no child or children were born to or adopted by her after the date she executed that will, which is August the 7th of 2003.
Correct.
She didn't take any children into her home after that time in circumstances simulating an adoption. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And she was not married at the time of her death?
Correct.
Now, she was married at the time she executed the will, but your grandfather died prior to her. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You have knowledge of the financial affairs of her estate?
I do, yes.
And you're telling the judge there's no necessity for the administration of the estate because there are no debts owed by her or her estate, correct?
Correct.
And that she did not apply for or receive any Medicaid benefits, and that there are no governmental entities that are beneficiaries of her will.
Correct.
Good. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Has everybody met the will of probate as the muniment of title?